All right, welcome back to this segment of Music Theory 101. In this video, we are looking at the keyboard note names. I know you've probably heard, A, B, C, D, E. What are they? Where are they? We're gonna look right now. Check out the overhead view. Now, if you can't see this, if you're blind, I will describe to the best of my ability how to find the notes and what the names are on the typical piano keyboard. So you'll see here that we usually see white keys and black keys. That can be different depending on the instrument you're playing, but we're just gonna right now say white keys and black keys. The white keys are the naturals or the lower set that are pretty much all connected. And then the black keys are what we call the accidentals, the sharps and flats, and those I want to draw your attention to right now. And if you need to feel the keyboard, you can feel it. If you just want to look, that's fine, but you'll see groups of 2 black keys together, and then you'll see a couple white keys, and then another group of 3 black keys. And when I say group, I mean just groups. They're still separated by white keys, but you'll see another 2 white keys next to each other, and then you'll see another group of 2 black keys. So we have groups of 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys. So the first thing you want to do is orient yourself either by touch or by sight to that configuration, because that's how we're going to find the specific notes on the keyboard. Otherwise, if we don't see any black keys, if we only see white keys, they all look like teeth. It looks like somebody's mouth smiling. Cheshire cat, if you will. All right, so we're going to start here, which is, when I say here, I mean the note that is to the left or lower side of the group of 2 black keys. Why are we starting there? Well, that is the note C. It's just a common note. It's the bottom note of the diatonic C major scale. We'll get to that later when we talk about scales. But for right now, we're just going to start there. You could start anywhere. We're going to start on the note C. C is, as I just said, the left-hand side or the lower side of the group of 2 black keys. So find the group of 2, and then if you're on the upper one here, you could just slide right down there, all right? So this is the note C. We're going to go over the white keys first, the naturals, and then we're going to do the sharps and flats. So we start at C, and then we go up the alphabet or down the alphabet, however you want to think about it. Really, it's sideways. C. Next note up to the right is D. D is right in between the group of 2 black keys. And then up 1 white key from there. Moving to the right, E. E is on the right or higher side of the group of 2 black keys or accidentals. Then we go right up to F. No black keys in between, and then we're going to skip up to G. G is kind of at if you had a W formed from the 3 black keys and the 2 white keys in between, it would be at the bottom left point. That's G. What's after G is H? No, because we're at the top of our scale, and now the scale starts at A. So here's A. A is at in the right side in between the 3 black keys. And then we have B, which is just to the upper side or left side outside of the group of 3 black keys. And now we're back to C. Boy, that was a lot of work, wasn't it? All right, so let's review. Starting at C, we're going to go up the scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, if you want to practice, if you're the kind of person that just needs to start on A, then you can find A. It's right here. It's also here. And you could start there and go up. Let's start on this A and go up from there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A. Now, why does it repeat? Well, the frequencies are doubling every octave. So in other words, from A to A or from C to C, any matching letter names, the frequencies are doubling. And when they double, we call that an octave. We'll get into that terminology when we talk about intervals, but that's why the names repeat, because they're just doubling. It's a multiple of the same thing. So we don't need a new name for that. We're just still calling it A, A, and then another A and another A. And just so you know, and you can look this up if you want, there is a number that gets attached to specific octaves of letter names like A3, A4, A5, that kind of thing. So we know which octave we're in by the number that comes after the letter. But we're not getting into that right now. Let's go back to the keyboard and check in with the black keys or the accidentals. Now those are up here. We started by identifying where those are and what they are. There's groups of 2 and there's groups of 3. Let's start with the group of 2 right by the note C. And these are our sharps and flats. Now, every one of these black keys can be a something sharp or it can be a something flat. What determines that is something that has to do with music theory. It has to do with a key or a key signature. It has to do with lots of things. It also has to do with whatever the composer wants to call it or whatever you think it should be called. So you can call them either a sharp or a flat, but that depends on some other stuff that we're not going to get into right now. Suffice to say, C sharp, which moves up a half step to the black key. So we're just going to slide right up to the right. That's C sharp. That can also be D flat. So sharp is up or higher or a faster frequency actually is what it is. And flattening a note, when we make a note flatter and we say D flat, it means the accidental or the black key next to the D that has an effect of lowering the pitch of the main note by a half step. What is a half step? We'll get to that later when we talk about intervals. So you don't need to worry about that right now. We're just identifying where the notes are and what they're named. So we have C sharp, and then we'll go to D. And now we're going to go up from D to D sharp, which is also called, or can be called, E flat. So the group of 2 black keys is, on the lower side, C sharp or D flat, and on the upper or right side, D sharp or E flat. Super confused, right? No, it's very simple. Now let's go up to F, same thing. So we have, let's do a set of 3 right now. F, G, A. Now if I slide up into the accidentals from those notes, we have F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp. If I start here a whole step up from F and we have G, A, B, G, A, B, and we go down or to the left into the accidentals from those notes, we could call them G flat, A flat, or B flat. All right, so you're doing great. Watch this video as many times as you need to review this, but it's pretty simple. We have the naturals down here, the C scale, or we just have what we call the natural notes. So they don't have sharps and flats. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then the accidentals up here, the black keys, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, or B flat, A flat, G flat, E flat, D flat. And that's it. That's all we're covering in this video. Hey, you guys, if you want to chip in, you can chip in at patreon.com/Kalani. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you check in the description for all the other videos in this series. We're going to end this video right now, but I want to thank you. And join us at patreon.com when you get the chance. All right. See you soon.